After winning 6 straight games, the Orlando Magic have vaulted up to second in the Eastern Conference and are shocking the NBA right now by sitting at 11-5 and looking like one of the teams to beat in the East, especially after taking down the Boston Celtics. Nobody expected this. This was a team that I said, hey, maybe they can sneak into the playoffs, but not as the 2 seed. That's not exactly sneaking in. 6-game win streak, number 1 defensive rating in the league, number 3 in opponents' points per game, and they have the number 6 net rating. They are also first in total rebounds, first in turnover percentage, so, turning teams over, really getting out and running, leading to that number 1 defensive rating, and they are also number 3 in defensive rebounding. They have elite length, which is what they've built this team on, aside from like Cole Anthony. Anthony Black, their rookie this year, Jalen Suggs, one of the best defenders on the team. Jonathan Isaac, probably the best defender on the team. I don't know. Jonathan Isaac, Jalen Suggs is kind of up for debate. Paolo, 6'10", Franz is about 6'9", and then Gary Harris is, he's a decent wing as well. They also have these two guys, however, they're always injured. So starting off, let's talk about their young stars, because that's, when you talk about the Magic, that's the first thing you got to think about. And it all starts with Paolo Banchero. He is where, you look at this team, he pops off the screen first. 19.6 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, 4.4 assists, and 1.1 steal per game so far this year for Paolo. Numbers, points per game are down. It's only by 0.4, but they're still down. Rebounds per game are down by like 0.3. He played 0.5 more minutes per game last year, but other than that, relatively similar numbers. However, the efficiency, what we're looking at here, is much, much better, which is something I wanted to see him take a leap in. Field goal percentage, he's gone from 43% to 49%. 3-point percentage, he's gone up 14%. Now, he's taking one less attempt per game, but still 14% better than last year. That is really, really good numbers. Keep in mind, he's 21 years old as well, so it's still a really, really young big. And last year, he's putting up slightly better numbers. I mean, on a minuscule level, but still, he was putting up better numbers on a worse team. This year, he's more efficient, and they probably have the best under-23 duo in the league. If there's somebody I'm not remembering, drop them down in the comments below, but this is a good squad here. Probably somebody for the Thunder, I guess, but Shea is 24. So Franz averaging about 18.5, 3.5, 5.5 on the year. Really solid numbers from him. 44% from the field, 28% from 3. I'd like to see that efficiency get up a little bit, as he is taking 5.5 attempts from 3 per game and only shooting at 28%. So I'd love to see that come up a little bit. But as we continue on through this video, let's take a moment here. Stop real quick. Make sure to like button and leave me a comment down below, as well as hitting the subscribe button if you are enjoying this video at any point. This is the place to be if you like NBA content. We're posting almost daily, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. With that being said, let's go ahead and continue on here, looking at the clamps, because yes, number 1 defensive rating. That is what has carried them to really surprising the majority of the NBA. 3 of their better defenders here: Gary Harris, Jonathan Isaac, and Anthony Black. Gary Harris, he's pretty solid, but Jalen Suggs is probably their best defender overall. On the year, he's averaging about 12.5 points, 3.9 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 2 steals per game. Leads the league, or not the league, leads the team. He's also shooting at 43% from the field, 36% from 3 on 4 attempts. So the guy that was almost allergic to scoring last year has all of a sudden started to be able to be somewhat of a weapon on the offensive end. You can't just leave him wide open anymore. 36% from 3 on 4 attempts. Shout out to Jalen Suggs for getting that 3-point percentage up. And then Jonathan Isaac, in 13 minutes per game this year, is averaging 6.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, 1.3 blocks, and 1 steal. Play this man some more, please, because yes, if you look at it, those numbers equate to 17.4 points a game, 11.5 rebounds a game, 3.3 blocks a game, and 2.4 steals per game when you put it up on the per 36 scale. So this guy right here should be getting a lot more minutes, and that's the scary part, because they have the number 1 defense without him even getting that many minutes. Gary Harris, Anthony Black, also key contributors here to that number 1 overall defense, both standing about 6'6", 6'7". Gary Harris probably actually more 6'5", but Anthony Black is solid 6'7". Now, 6th man of the year, Cole Anthony is averaging 14 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists this year for the Magic. He started off the year hot, and he really hasn't let up so far. He is that guy, the microwave guy that comes off the bench, the spark plug that can give you 30 off the bench. He's only playing 26 minutes, and he's only shooting at 42% from the field, 36% from 3. Ideally, that field goal percentage would be up 3-4 points. Same thing with the 3-point percentage. but, he is an undersized guard. But 0 games started, so he is definitely in contention for the 6th man of the year. And then some more injuries struck. 5 games both of these guys have only played 5 games, Wendell and Markelle Fultz. Wendell, pretty big loss, fractured his hand. Now, he usually is more durable than Markelle. 13 points a game, 9 rebounds, 2 assists on 51% shooting on his career so far for Wendell Carter. So that's obviously a big loss. He broke his hand, though. Reevaluation should be soon. On November 3rd, they said reevaluation was in 3 weeks. It's been 23 days, which is a little bit over 3 weeks. So I'm guessing that is any time now. So Wendell Carter could be on the way back before long. And then Markelle Fultz, he is currently dealing with a knee issue. 12 points a game, 3.4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 48% shooting from the field on his career. However, on his career, he just hasn't been able to stay on the court. Former number 1 overall pick, just never really got it going. And like I said, he's got a knee issue. He is day to day, but he was ruled out for tonight's game against my Charlotte Hornets, which is currently going on right now. We'll talk about that more in a second, though. Hopefully, Markelle Fultz can come back quick. Now, taking a look at a couple of guys that have stepped up in a big way, and it is both of the centers. With the starting center going out early, both of these guys have picked it up. Gogo Batadze, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 1.6 blocks. He has been huge for the Magic, being able to plug that hole left by Wendell Carter going down. And then Mo Wagner, 12.6 points, 4.2 rebounds on 63% shooting from the field. He is their 4th leading scorer. So shout out to both of those guys, because the Magic would not be where they are right now without them both stepping up. Now, let's take a look at the outlook. And right now, they're playing the Hornets. The Hornets are actually up 4, but I am very confident we will find a way to lose that, unfortunately. So if they do lose to the Hornets, which I don't expect, but that would kind of ruin the win streak and everything. So I'm not going to be mad either way who wins this game, because it's better for the video if they beat the Hornets. But, my Hornets trying to get back into it. That gets us 3 games under 500. Anyways, you see the 6-game win streak there. The wins over Denver and Boston. Huge wins there. They beat the best offense in the NBA in Indiana. And they got a pretty easy schedule coming up. 3 games against a couple of the worst teams in the league. So there's a very good chance they're about on a 9-game win streak going into that play-in tournament. Your thoughts, so let me know down in the comments below what you're thinking. Is this a fluke or is this legit? I think it's legit. I think this Magic team is the real deal. They've got a ton of young talent, a ton of young and fun talent as well. Paolo, Franz, Wagner, I feel like they're going to certify themselves as stars. Franz needs to get the efficiency down a little bit, because right now it's not great. But overall, A+ start of the year for the Orlando Magic. I am shocked by that number 1 defensive rating. But yeah, with that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point, as well as leaving me a comment down below. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.